Hi everyone, just wanted to make a video today about removing stains from a doll with Oxy 10 cream and a UV light. Now this is the UV light I'm going to be using. I want to switch that on. You can see it's one of these ones that glows blue. Now this one I got on eBay. It came from China and it cost me about £2. But if you go to your local party store you can get larger ones, just as long as it's the blue UV light. So I see a lot of people doing videos about this method of removing stains from a doll, but they say leave it out in the sun because the UV from the sun activates the ingredient in the Oxy 10, which is called, what's it called? Benzoyl peroxide is what you want, and this is the Oxy 10 I've got. I got this on eBay as well. That's the cheapest place to get it. Yeah, ordering it from abroad. I think it came from China or Hong Kong. And yeah, it's much cheaper than buying it in the chemist. And this is a, how many grams is this? I know this is more than the last one I got though. Yeah, 25 grams this is. You do get 10 gram ones as well. But because I use this quite a lot, I've got several. So basically, yeah, you take your doll. Now this is Charlie, Ashton Drake Charlie. And he got stains on him from the clothes, so I got him second hand, the clothes he was in. Can you see how blue his knee is there? The legs actually got a lot better, so I've already treated him a couple of times. But his hands, see how dark the hand is there? Yeah, that's blue. And this hand as well has it all around the back and on this side. Oh yeah, hard to get to show up. But yeah, I've treated him several times, and this will be about the third time. So you get the Oxy 10, apply it to the place where the stain is, and I spread it around with a cotton bud because I found this stuff actually burns your fingers a bit if you're applying it a lot. If you're applying a large amount of it, it does actually burn your skin. It didn't make the skin peel or out like that, but it did. My finger felt sore, so thought it was best not to touch it too much. Rather worrying that it's sold to go on people's skin because it's an acne cream, but yeah, I suppose that's how it works. Yeah, and then once you've done that, you cover it with cling film. This is just to keep it wet, I think, and it also helps spread it out evenly. Okay, now this is going to take me a while, so I won't film, but yeah, you get the idea. You put the cream on, spread it over the stain, then you cover it with the old cling film. Now, okay, and I'll be back when I've got him under the lamp so you can see what I do next. Hi everyone, back again. Now here's Charlie. All this is a box, a large cardboard box that I've lined with tin foil, and I've got the UV light coming through a hole in the roof there. And this is Charlie. You can hardly see him now. There's his hand. And I've covered his body, the parts of his body that aren't being cleaned, with tin foil as well, just so as much of the UV light as possible is being reflected back at the Oxy 10, and so he's not, parts of him I don't need cleaned aren't being exposed to the UV light. And yeah, this is good for also if you don't have a garden, so there's no way you can safely leave the doll outside. You know, this is just a good method of doing it, and apparently it is more effective, I've heard. So yeah, can you see his leg there? Yeah, and I'll do you an after showing to show you the effect it has, because it is quite effective, like I say, but it takes a long time. And I've already treated the doll several times, as I told you. But yeah, this UV light's great. It only cost me a couple of pounds, like I said, and it just takes 3 AAA batteries. So yeah, I'm just going to leave him like this now, and yeah, see you later. Right, hi everyone. It's actually about 3 days later now. I left Charlie under the light with the Oxy 10 on him for a very long time, because it does take a long time for this method to work. And yeah, I was talking to another lady who has the Charlie doll, Crystal, I think that's how you pronounce your name, I hope so. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but from her Reborn channel, Life with Crystal. And she was saying to me in the comments, yeah, that she's had problems with the vinyl on her Charlie doll as well. She's had him completely reborn, and put on a cloth body and everything, and she says she has trouble with him going pale, and even after being reborn he's continued to go pale. And she says, yeah, there's been a problem with the Ashton Drake vinyl, and that you actually get bruising show up on him, and I think this might actually be what has happened to Charlie's hands here. Oh yes, trying to get it so it shows up in the light, but yeah, you can see he's, no, I'm not getting the light. But yeah, can you see it's blue? And I thought this initially was dye transfer, but I actually think, yeah, she might be right, because I have seen this on other Ashton Drake dolls as well. The vinyl just turns this weird blue colour. And yeah, but this stain on his leg here is, this has faded a lot with the Oxy 10 using it, but the method does take a long time to work. And Crystal also commented that when she did it with one of her Ashton Drakes, it appeared to make the stain worse. And it does at first, because I think that's the Oxy 10 drawing out the dye sort of thing. You have to do it several times, and you have to leave it on for a very long time, and using either the blue UV light or sunlight. You know, it does take a long time to work. But yeah, his hands, one of his hands, this one, was really bad. It was so bad that you couldn't even see, like, the blushing. But, oh, it's really hard to get it to show up on the camera. But you can now see the blushing again on the back of his hand, and the blueness is fading a bit. So I think it is kind of working. Oh yeah, you can just about see the redness. See, that's the blushing on the back of his hand. When I first started with the Oxy 10, you couldn't even see that. You know, it was just blue. So I think some of it might be dye transfer, but I do think some of it is just, yeah, the rubbish Ashton Drake vinyl basically is not staying the right colour. Yeah, you can see, yeah, that's showing up quite well. You can see it's all really blue and weird there. But I just love this doll. I got him second hand, so I didn't pay full price for him. And yeah, it's not about how good they are really, is it? It's about your bond with them. I really love him. And like I say, the stain here, this definitely is dye transfer, and it has got better over time using the Oxy 10, like I said. And yeah, I just really like him. I've never wanted to rename him either. I think Charlie as a name really suits him. And yeah, I'd like to get him reborn as well and get his hair redone. And I really wanted to give him a magnet, but it's difficult to get his head off. And another friend of mine told me that these type of dolls have like a mushroom inside their head, and so you need to give it to someone who has the tool, the special tool, to get his head off. Don't try and take it off yourself, because you'll just break him. So yeah, I need to find a reborn artist to do that for me. But yeah, you can see, yeah, you should be able to see a slight difference in the stain on his leg anyway. And like I say, it just takes a lot of repeats. You have to keep repeating it. It doesn't work straight away. Like when you see these videos of people doing it with an American Girl doll or a Barbie doll, where there's a pen mark that's just on the surface, yeah, that might go in one treatment or two treatments. But if it's really heavy dye transfer, because you see Charlie was like a rescue doll. We got a whole load of Ashton Drake dolls from a house where the lady hadn't been changing them regularly, and the clothes he was wearing had got damp, and there's definitely some dye transfer on his leg. But yeah, I do think that the bruising on his hand might just be down to his vinyl, and no amount of Oxy 10 is going to change that. And it is a shame, because obviously the blue on his leg, you can cover that up with the clothing, but with a reborn doll, the first thing everyone looks at is the hands, isn't it? And it's just a shame if his hands are the wrong colour. But like I say, I really like him. I enjoy dressing him. I like the position he holds and all that, you know what I mean? And when he's got clothes on, I just think he looks lovely. And as I say, I didn't pay full price, so I'm not that disappointed. But yeah, if I had paid full price for him, and after a couple of years his hands turned this colour for no apparent reason, which is apparently a problem with Ashton Drakes, I would be really annoyed, obviously. But I'm still quite happy with him. And so yeah, I will keep him. And yeah, I might think about sending him to a reborn artist. But like I said, Crystal said even after having him reborn, his vinyl still continues to change colour and nothing really corrects it. So that is, yeah, pretty bad, isn't it? And his hair, she's had his hair redone. And yeah, he looks really good with rooted hair. Better hair, so I might consider having that done. And like I say, I wanted him to have a magnet, so I've got to send him to someone who has the tool to get his head off. And yeah, maybe get him rooted and maybe get a magnet put in. But if his vinyl's that bad, is it worth getting any work done on him, really? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to make a video to show you the method using the blue UV lights, basically. And I've done that, and like I say, it is a long-winded process, though. If it's more than just a surface stain, if it's something that's soaked right into the vinyl, it does appear to get worse before it gets better, and it takes several repeats. So yeah, that's it. Don't want to ramble on too long. Thank you for watching, and yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, bye.